so it's Sarah. Today I filmed this Easter inspired tutorial for you guys. I thought it was just something nice and easy for Easter, but you still got a little pops of color, of pastel colors actually, just so you can be a little bit more festive. If you guys like this look and want to know how I got it, then just keep on watching. So first I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Fix. And I'm just going to apply a very small amount to my eye. Like, you literally need that much and that's it. And then I'm just going to blend it in with my ring finger on my eyelid and then up to my brow bone. I'm just going to set it with the Cover FX translucent powder. I'm just going to take a large flat brush and set my eye. So next, taking my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and this is the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, I am going to take the shade Coconut Cream, which is this light white shade here. And I'm just going to take the same flat brush and just pack this all over my eyelid and up to my brow bone. Okay, so next taking the shade Nougat, which is this light flesh tone shade almost. And I am going to take just a big fluffy crease brush. So this is the Sephora Pro Airbrush Crease Brush, which is number 31. And I'm just going to apply this to my crease. Okay, so next taking a little bit darker of a shade, I'm taking the shade Mousse here. And I'm going to take it on the exact same brush and just apply this where we applied the last color, just a little bit underneath it. I'm also going to place a little bit of that on the outer corner of my eye, just blending it towards the center. Okay, so once I'm happy with that, I'm going to take the shade Truffled, and this is as dark as our look is going to get, which is this brown shade here. And I am just going to apply the smallest amount of that to the outer V of my eye. Just stamping it on, and then when I have a lot less product, I will just bring it into the outer half of my crease, keeping it really low. Okay, so next taking the shade Butter Pecan, which is this shade right here. It's just like a champagne color. We are going to take that on a flat shader brush. So I'm just using a MAC 239. And I'm just going to pack this on the first third of my lid. 2/3 of my lid, I should say. Okay, so just taking the same crease brush that we've been using the whole time, I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Truffled and pack this on the outer corner again, blending it into that champagne color. And then going back with the shade Mousse, which is the second color we used in our crease. And finally going back in with the shade Nougat and just going over the outer edges. Now if you ever feel like you brought your eyeshadow up too far in the crease, just take a little bit of a neutral color, so going back in with the coconut cream color that we set our whole lid with, and just blending out the edges. It'll diffuse a little bit of the color, and that way it won't be so high. So I'm just going to use my NYX liquid liner, and this is the matte liquid liner in Extreme Black, and I am going to attempt to get a wing as nice as my first one. I did good on the first one. I'm proud of myself. Not gonna lie. So now we gotta attempt to do it again. That's always the hardest part. So I'm just going to let that dry for a second, and while we're doing that, I'm going to apply my face primer. So I'm using the Becca Backlight Luminous Primer. So you guys want to know what I did today? I was going to moisturize my face before I started this video, and as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I've been using the new Urban Decay moisturizer, and it's like in a jar. So I was moisturizing my face, and the Urban Decay one has like, when you rub it in, it turns into like these water beads. It's so cool. It's so moisturizing. So anyways, I'm like rubbing it into my face and it's not turning into like little water beads. I'm like, that's weird. Like, I put quite a bit on. I'm surprised like I can't feel it. I always can. So I'm like rubbing it in. I'm like, well, that's weird. Normally it doesn't have such like a smell to it. Like, there's no smell to it at all. And I just couldn't figure it out. And then I go and I put the cream back in the box, and I put the cream back, and I'm like, why is the box blue? And I'm like, oh my god, I just used my eye cream all over my face. I couldn't stop laughing, so I like wiped my face off and like put my moisturizer back on. So like my face might be really, really hydrated today. I don't know. Alright, anyways guys, I'm going to go put on my false lashes, and today I'm using the I Spy lashes by Danny Beauty, and these are in the style Admirer. So now that our face is primed, we are going to get on to the foundation. So today I'm going to be mixing the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte and the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. And I'm just going to use my beauty blender to blend that out. So next, taking my Naked Concealer by Urban Decay. This is in the shade Light Warm. I'm just going to conceal under my eyes and the high points of my face. So you have to be extra careful when you're doing concealer under your eyes and you already have your wing done. Make sure you're using the pointed part and you're just going directly underneath it. You don't want to ruin the wing that you worked so hard on. Next, I'm just going to set under my eyes, so I'm going to use the same flat, fluffy shader brush and the Cover FX Light Translucent Powder again. And I'm just going to very lightly set under my eyes. And then for the rest of my face, I am going to be using my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, Loose Translucent Setting Powder. You guys have seen this thing 100 times before. And I'm going to use the same brush that I always use, which is my IT Cosmetics powder brush. Any fluffy brush will do. So I'm going to be taking my NARS Laguna bronzer. This thing is beat up and almost done. And I'm just going to take a dual fiber brush. Then for blush today, I'm going to take my Too Faced Love Blush Palette. These blushes are all available individually. Justify My Love, which is this really bright pink color, and maybe a little bit of Honey Love. Love Hangover, sorry. I'm making up my own names here. And just a blush brush, and I'm just going to very lightly dab my brushes in these and tap off a lot of excess because these are so pigmented. And I'm going to use a really light hand when applying them. Okay, and then for highlight today, I'm going to be doing something more on the natural side. And I'm just gonna take my Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Beige Powder, and this is in the shade Highlight 01. You can tell I have definitely loved this guy. Girl, whatever you want it to be. And then my usual highlight brush, which is the Anastasia A23. And I'm just going to apply some of this to my cheekbones. So I want to do something a little bit more Eastery with the eyes. You could definitely wear it like this and it's super, super pretty. I actually really like how this look turned out. But I wanted to get it a little bit more on the Eastery festive side. So I got my giant bag of mini eggs here that I've been snacking on. For inspiration, I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Flash palette, and this is the colorful one. So I'm going to take a little bit of the yellow shade and a little bit of the white, and I'm just going to mix them because I want something more pastel, like I said. And then I'm just going to apply that to my waterline. I am going to do under the lash line, and for this I am going to use purple. So I have this little Maybelline quad here, and it is in Tulips in Twilight, and I'm just going to take this purple shade here. I'm going to take my Urban Decay Pro Smoky Smudger brush, and I'm going to apply this under my lash line. Now you want to be careful with bringing this down too far because you don't want it to look like you have like a black eye. For the inner corner, I'm going to take my Kat Von D Alchemist palette, and I'm going to take the shade Pink Opal, and I'm going to apply this to my inner corners. Okay, and then for lips, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do something pink. So I'm going to outline my lips in MAC Soar lip liner. And then I'm going to take the Urban Decay Vice Lipstick, and this is Sheer Liar. And it is their sheer formula. It's like a more glossy formula. Figured it was nice and fresh. And then I just put some of the Buxom lip gloss, the Buxom Full On Lip Cream in the shade Dolly on over top. And I think this is the completed look. Alright guys, so this is the completed look for today. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's just a little something for Easter. Still definitely really wearable, but just a little bit of pop of pastel colors. So if you guys like this look, then be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you guys can see more videos from me in the future. And we'll see you all again very soon. Bye everyone!